while he's over his other friends.
Oh, whoa. I got it down a 4. You think I'll get in trouble on TikTok for this?
What?
This butt shake? You think I'll get in trouble for this little butt shake?
That's so cool.
Right?
Can you text me that number?
Yeah. It's just learning.
Yeah, we got 60 people on. Welcome to the Ltl Podcast, guys.
Welcome to our podcast where you get to watch Veronica be on her phone for an hour straight.
You were just on your phone.
I know I was. Now I'm not.
Well, I'm just about...
See, she doesn't even get off her phone like when I'm like this has just been an ongoing thing. We're watching shows or whenever we're doing anything.
Okay.
She's on her phone.
Tell me what you think.
And I put my phone down. John, do you want to just grab this so you can post it on I don't know where you're going to fucking post it, but she's on her phone.
There. I don't understand.
And because he's going to put this on a story. And I put my phone down and I look at her and I say, let's have this moment together. And she sits there and she can't even, it's like a crack pipe. Like she can't
Let
put
me
it
ask
down.
everyone in the room
Just
here.
put it down.
Is he like not on his phone a lot also?
No, let's do this. Let's look at our screen time.
No, that's
Yeah, no. See, she doesn't want to do it because she knows I'm going to win. Let's go. How do we do this?
That doesn't count.
Kayla.
That's my
Screen
phone.
time.
Don't give it to him. That doesn't.
What do you mean?
No, that doesn't count.
You work a lot. So you're probably not on your
You
phone
sleep a lot.
as much as me. Okay, so let's see who's on their phone more. Don't fucking look at him.
I just wanted to see if he was still filming. Is that okay with you?
No, you weren't looking. You were looking for like.
No,
yeah,
I
like
wasn't. How would John know that you?
There's no way this is accurate.
Thank you.
It is, bro.
No, yesterday was Sunday. So this is for this week from Sunday to Monday.
Wait, why?
You got it.
Is it high or low?
It's low.
I know. I don't fuck around, bro. I don't go on my phone.
That's funny because I have videos of you just scrolling girls.
I don't have time for any of that shit, bro.
Let's go look at your TV screen. She's working on an edit for me.
Isn't that crazy?
I would not have expected that.
What's my average?
I like it.
About
I was gonna
4 hours
say-
a day.
Right. 4 hours a day. That's still like a lot, but like it's really not. What's your average?
Most of it's spent on
But,
iMessage
yeah.
and Instagram. That's
Here,
it.
let me do it.
But that was like what? Just yesterday or?
That's just your daily average.
Oh.
And you really don't go on TikTok that much.
Oh, I never go on TikTok.
12 minutes a day. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? 800,000 followers and I'm on there 12 minutes a day.
YouTube, you're on there about 20 minutes. That's it.
That's it.
That's crazy.
I ain't got time for that shit.
What's Veronica's? I'm curious.
Yeah, let's just look.
Are you struggling over there, Madison?
She's editing.
No, I'm editing something.
You
I
couldn't
only
even-
edit for Veronica.
How did you find it? You're good. Just post the. Oh, do you want to do the? Look at my screen time.
Take a screen grab of that.
That's my screen time, right? And let's look at hers. Don't be scared.
You have more than one phone.
What? You have more than one phone. Right? This is total garbage.
I love it. It works.
You're supposed to take it home.
I know. I forgot to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, take Shane's necklace home or earring home too. Is he back?
Yeah, he just got back.
So wait, where's she moving?
Van Nuys.
Ashley?
Yeah, I talked to her. I called her and congratulated her last
For
night.
how
She got a
much?
place?
Like
Yeah.
$900.
Whoa.
$800.
By herself?
No, it's with 2 other dudes she found on Facebook Marketplace.
Cool.
We'll see how that works out.
Jeez, cup half empty.
Well, because for $900,
That's with 2 roommates. That's about right.
yeah, but she could have had a room at Tackleberry for $1,000.
With 5 people, that's a lot, and it's the house and it's like that's
Yeah.
a stepping stone.
She doesn't want to be there, huh? Why? Because it's just.
Plus, it's like
It's like a lot of like,
in and out, in and out.
and it's a lot of like button heads. Like,
Right.
A lot. And the stress of
Are you chill?
John and I-
I'm a switcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You
with
don't
it.
have an issue with it,
I mean, with the beef, but like, I don't have an issue with anybody.
right?
Like
Just
cycle.
you and Woody
What
beef.
beef?
Well, no, it's not.
Oh.
It's like someone new. Like
Oh, you're on
it's
his
like a
side?
cycle.
I'm in the middle.
It's like a bicycle wheel. Everyone gets their turn on the brake. You know, you just gotta take
With
it.
Woody.
Yeah, you just gotta take it to the chin.
Well, I mean, I doubt that Wyatt's gonna have. Wyatt's good, right?
I rarely see why.
Right.
I didn't even know
It's
that.
been like 3 days.
But he's a good person to have. He's like a good roommate, you know.
You know who's a good roommate?
Who is that?
We just
On
said
my DoorDash.
we just told Oleg he can move back, and he's coming on the 8th and leaving for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Well, the chat's popping off. I love the girl in the red shirt. She got a smile on the whole time.
Mm-hmm. She
She
does.
doesn't stop smiling.
It's pretty great.
Insanity.
I don't either.
Yeah, bro.
He's just waiting, you know?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, because we need to see the screen time. It's like,
I was waiting for Veronica to give me permission.
Ah. 6 hours, 30 minutes.
twice.
Wait, where do you see that?
So you understand that my screen time, when I'm on my phone, half as much as everyone in here.
Yeah, my screen time is.
Guess what, though?
And I have, you know,
How do I spend 2 hours in mail?
a day.
No, you know what? I feel like
I leave-
that may be just your mail app being up while you're on your phone.
That's what it is. Your screen time, if your phone's just open.
Yeah, I leave
that's
mine
screen-
open.
that's Screen time.
Where do
Yeah,
you
but
find
you don't leave your phone
Yes,
on and
yes.
open all the time.
Yes, I do.
No,
'cause-
you don't.
Yes, I do.
Why would you do that?
I was with her at Tovolo and my phone died because that day I was like filming stuff and I just left my phone open. So that it's not accurate.
That's so crazy,
Her
dude.
screen time is probably 25 hours a day.
Whose?
That's what the.
How many minutes is he on? Oh, YouTube. Show more.
Well, she does more. She cuts hair for 10 hours a day.
You're
Sometimes.
beyond boring. And you know what? You can. I'm muting you. You're in timeout. Quit using timeout. If you're bored, you can keep going.
Okay.
All right.
Now that we've settled that,
We didn't settle anything.
we settled it.
No, we didn't.
You're on your phone more than I am.
Yeah, easy not to be on your phone. You're sleeping. How about your video games? Should we count that?
Why would
I
we
want to
count
spend time with you,
video
and you're
games?
like, I want to go watch my game. He made me go to bed the other day because he
What
played
are you
his game.
talking about? I stayed on here and watched the show with you.
One day you didn't.
What are we live on? Just YouTube?
I spend 7 minutes on my calendar
Yep.
a day.
Oh.
Can't you just like accept?
I spend
Can't
11
you just
seconds
like
on Air
be
One.
like a? Can't you just accept loss? Just and then not be like a sore loser. You lost. It's okay. Can you get off your phone, please?
That's why I have so much screen time, because I just sit there open with it, staring
Yeah,
at
why
it.
are you doing that?
I'm
We're
doing
a
nothing.
podcast.
Do you guys do
off your
couples
phone.
therapy?
We have. Where's that from?
Just
Pat
the-
Pie?
We have.
You guys think it works or is it just a scam?
Everything is, dude. I don't really think that there's any, like anything. There's no such thing as like scams, like, you know.
It's not true. People calling old people and taking advantage of them.
Yeah,
is a
but like
scam.
it's just I'm like traumatized because people call us a scam, and it's like, what is that?
You know,
anything can be considered a scam. Like
Sobriety
I
is
paid for a gym membership and I went to the gym every day and I saw no results. What'd you do at the gym? I just stood there and drank energy drinks. It's a scam. You gotta like do shit. And even if you take piano lessons, you have to practice at home. Like to practice, like you have to put in the work, you know?
Remember back in the day, them lean frozen meals? It's like, oh, you eat them, lose weight. It tastes just as good. Bunch of middle-aged women buy them, eat them, still gain weight.
Well, I mean, they may be eating other things though.
Yeah, but the scam of it is saying.
Why don't we bring the other mic over here? It's just sitting at Graceland.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being aggressive, but let's have the other mic here.
just so you guys know, he's not on CBD.
No, because I wanna
Not on drugs.
Well, I haven't drinking coffee or fucking even vaped
No
or I'm
cigarettes.
like on my fucking. I'm on edge right now. But listen, we should bring this other.
You don't say.
We should bring this other mic here because we can do podcasts when we're hanging out, like we used to, with DDA or Tim tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We could just fire it up, do 20 minutes.
Yeah, Tim's coming around. That'd be
You know
fun.
what I mean?
Someone said, I want to hear some relationship advice. Me and my girl have problems communicating.
Us too. No, I'm just kidding. We just start aggressive and then we end up coming around. But some of the best advice I think his therapist gave us was like, sometimes you just gotta like walk away for 20 minutes and then you come back like calmer. Because when
I don't like that at all.
When you're the one it's for, is
don't
you
like it.
specifically. Because you are so stubborn until you've come around. You're like, you're combative. And then like I stop saying stuff and then you're like, and then you always come around and you apologize. Oh, sorry. Or yeah, all right, we shouldn't do this. Or, you always come around after you've calmed down. When emotions are high, intelligence is low. It's a
I
fact.
don't like that one though. I'm not good at that.
I do.
one.
I think it's saved.
We know you do. You
Damn.
just explained it.
Well,
And now
Why
I'm
don't you
just
go have some
saying-
like ginseng tea? You can have some like calming tea.
what helps you, like, when you guys are fighting, like, and you need to communicate? Like, what skills do you use? What skills do you have? Or, like, what have you learned?
Well, I think that like the biggest problem people have is they think that they're not enough or that they're not good enough or they have low self-esteem, which prevents them from being able to like communicate because they're afraid.
Like your necklace.
Like people are afraid to say, I'm scared you're going to leave me. Or I'm afraid I don't feel like good enough. Or I feel like that hurt me. Or I'd like to spend more time with you. Or like all the things people need to say, like they don't want to say because it makes them look weak.
What happens when you say that though? Because you guys, let's watch a movie and not be on their phones, but it happens a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you communicate that after you guys talked about it for a month every day? Or just talked about it multiple times?
You just keep talking about it. What do you mean?
Like, it's like,
If it keeps-
I'm scared you're going to leave me. And then 2 days later, it's like, I'm scared you're going to leave me. It's like, okay, well.
If nothing changes.
Well,
Then you just whap them upside the face real hard and then they never forget.
what John
kidding.
what John is asking is like how much do you talk about something before like you realize it's like not going to change, right? Well, I think that being patient and like working together to change
You take the good with the bad.
the change will happen slowly over time. You just have to be patient. You know?
Because everyone
I
has
think.
shit. So, like, you have to decide what you can tolerate and what you can't. Because you move on to someone else and they'll have another thing.
Yeah, and I also think that like
wow, he agreed.
people they see like communication as like a bad thing, like our house meetings on Thursday. Like people are like, oh, this is like not, it's really good what we're doing. And you can't do it enough. If you can like embrace that and like enjoy it and like it and realize it's a part of like what a relationship requires to be like to flourish and like be a good relationship, then you'll lean into it and I just think people don't realize what's required. Like that kind of daily communication like is required to have like a good relationship where there's not going to be resentments, and this is like really on the edge here.
Oh, it's.
I'm on the
I think
edge.
it's shrinking.
Oh, I'm fucking tripping. I'm just like this should be like that, right? You know what I mean? So that it's not. You know, like this leg should be like. No, I think this is a really good topic. So like, I think that people need to like change how they look at communicating, arguing, disagreeing, debating, fighting. It's all a part of growing and making a relationship better. Like, people are always commenting, you guys are fucking arguing over petty shit all the time. It's like we're like saving people's lives at Graceland.
Yeah, but when
because
you don't,
they're
the
getting
shit
honest,
explodes.
because they're getting honest about a fucking phone or about a fucking cup they left out, or like exaggerating. We had someone who was like lying, and it's like, why does it matter if we get him to admit that he was lying? It's because that's like at the core of like everything he does.
But like, yeah, if you don't say anything, it just builds up, and then one day you explode, and it's like fucking massive, and you have no idea where or why it came from. Like, the resentment gets so crazy. So it's like you have to talk about the small stuff.
So that's why it's good.
But
yeah.
Pat's just like he like sounds aggressive at all times. Like, I always tell everyone that like works with him or is close to him, like, if you just imagine a little teddy bear, because like that's really what he is. He just has like this dinosaur voice, which is how we got the name Dinosaur for our dog. Because he sounds more aggressive than he really is. He's just a sensitive little bear.
But yeah, it's good to talk about stuff, and you have to change how you see it. You can't see it as like I remember I used to try to talk to my partner Tim a lot about like, you know, whatever issues, and he was just like, there's always like an issue. It's like, yeah, dude.
It's how you improve.
That's why I've been with someone for 18 years and you don't have a girlfriend.
At the time. Yeah. I mean, I do it with my, like, when you're self-employed, every time I do a client, why I've gotten so far in my career is I always go, what could I have done better? I communicate with myself about what I had just done. Like, how could I have improved that? You know? Like, you just have to have that self.
Well, you don't really have a lot of people that you need to communicate with in your life besides me. I'm just not realizing.
That's not true.
Well, you don't have to like communicate. Your clients just get you work for them, and that you don't get to like pull them up. You know, you just have to listen.
I absolutely pull them up. Ask Mel. Our biggest joke is I always say, I got news for you. Like, it's not happening. Like, I have to tell them.
Well, with your
they're
friends, with some of your friends like Mel and.
No, with my clients, they're all terrified of me. They're all like, "Oh my God, you're gonna be mad. A bond fell out."
Oh, because you need to communicate.
I'm like strict with them.
It's a working relationship.
Totally.
They have to do
to get
like,
their hair healthy is not just on me. Like, they have a big part of it too.
like what?
I've seen her give Ariana advice about her bangs. Remember when you were like cutting them short and stuff, and you had to tell her like they're gonna look. I forget the details, but like she has to hold a line with her clients and
So
like tell them.
This will be a clip for you. So like you have to have a working relationship with your clients.
It's a relationship. It's like
That's
going.
what I just said.
It's like going on a date. If it's a clip for me, then shut your mouth and let me
Well,
talk.
I'm setting you up.
Okay.
So like, what are some of the things you need your clients to do so that you can get the best results with their hair?
Well, it depends. If it's an extension client, they need to brush their hair at least twice a day.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're still.
Well, if it's a clip.
See, I need him to be learning. I need him here learning, fucking up and learning. I'm glad. There should be a mic on that camera. A Rode mic and a card in that camera.
Different
at all
voice, different
times.
voice, different voice.
We don't.
I know, but I
use
said it
audio.
last time.
We don't use.
John
audio
wasn't
from
here
that
last
camera,
time.
though.
I don't care. There should be a Rode mic on that camera always. Always. Just
I get what you're saying if we were like shooting other stuff, but the audio's coming from the interface.
right. Be careful, John. I see what he's doing. He's putting that in wrong.
Check it.
We
So we're you. Oh, you're on YouTube.
Should I finish what I was saying?
Yeah, I want you to.
Never mind.
I want this to be a good clip for Veronica.
So if it's an extension client, like they have to brush their hair 2 or 3 times a day to make sure the bonds don't get like tangled. Because then if they get tangled, then it can cause matting and that can rip out your hair. They can't put their hair in high ponytails.
Why?
They can't have their hair pulled out during sex. That's like they have to set that standard. I mean, there's like cues they have, or they'll like tap if they're pulling too hard or something like that. Like it's serious.
What do you mean? There's cues.
She just.
While they're working, they'll like
Working.
if they're filming something. a
Who's filming
scene,
what? A scene for what?
What platform is this going on?
We're gonna edit it
Okay.
according to the platform. Like, when are you gonna understand that? It's like you're always self-censoring. Stop doing that.
All right, can you just work on your tone? This is flashbacks from like early relationship. I don't like
Okay,
it.
well, I'm just like, how many times do I have to say
I know,
the
okay.
same thing over and over again? You're like, wait, no, we always
So
stop.
my adult actresses.
Veronica works with a lot of really hot porn stars that I want to fuck. That right there will go. Let's do stuff that will go, right? Let's be extreme. Remember what I was saying the other day? Let's lean into it. What?
I know what I'm.
Every man in this room wants to fuck those girls.
I'm not extreme. I'm just like
Everyone.
I'm just like chill.
But there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Well, no, I know they're desirable. Trust me. I mean, they're attractive. But anyways.
Yeah, they're. I mean, actually,
but-
to be fair, they're actually not all that hot. 2 of them, I think, are like pretty hot.
Okay.
I think you're prettier than all of them.
Aww.
There's that. See, that was very extreme. You get the girls really mad because I want to fuck porn stars in front of my wife, and then I give her a compliment, and they're like, "Oh, maybe he's not that bad." You know, it's good. That's the.
Juxtaposition.
What do you call that?
Juxtaposition.
It's just the game. I don't know.
The game.
Anyways, then if it's someone who I've bleached, then the relationship is like they have to use leave-in, they have to brush their hair really gently, they should do treatments, they shouldn't wash it very often. Oh, but I was talking about when they're having sex, men get a little carried away and pull, and it's okay if the bond slips, but if it comes with your hair, I mean, you know, there's 100 in there. It might take a long time to end up bald, but eventually you don't want bald spots, you know? So I have to like give them instructions and communicate. And then I spy on them on Instagram and I'm like, your hair's in a high pony. Why is it on a high pony? It's not supposed to be in a high pony right now. They're like, oh, the director made me. So yeah, I have to put the smack down. And it's really funny. All of them are terrified of me. They're like, you're going to be mad. Because like one of the hairstylists like glued all of my clients' bonds together with a waving iron. Then I had to take them out. That was like a lot of money she lost because that lady was being sloppy. So I have to tell them how to communicate with the people who are doing their hair to treat their hair right. Like tell them how much you spend on your hair. They need to understand what's at cost here.
Yeah. You're naturally intimidating. Don't you get that a lot?
I have been told that, yeah, throughout my life. Yeah. I had this old assistant when I would walk by, she would like hop out of my way. I was like, oh my God. It's so funny because I think I'm a pretty smiley person, but.
I think because like you're so nice, I don't know how to explain it. I'm more scared of you than I am Pat in a weird way. Like Pat like
I thought it
goes
was
off-
Danielle.
No, Danielle's up there too. I think it's women. Just like women are so strong. And like I'm more scared of women than I am of like a guy yelling at me.
That's weird.
Because with a guy, it's like we're gonna fight and like people are gonna get fucked up. With a girl, at least for me, it's like you could say something to like really hurt my feelings. And like if I say something to you now, I look weak for saying something to a girl or to a female. It's like different. You know?
Well, I
And
get it
if
from
you hit, like say if you hit me, I'm not gonna hit you back.
right or she.
I mean, but like I'm not talking about like physical fights. I'm just talking about like verbal. Like if Pat gives me pull-ups,
She just laughs at him,
yeah,
which I love. She sees the teddy bear. You get the teddy bear.
100%. That's why it always goes like over my head. What fucks me up with Pat is like when he's like under stress, and like then I take that stress on as I would like you or Danielle, because you guys are like my close friends. Then like I take that on as my like, okay, now I'm stressed out for them, and like how can I help? But like I don't want to end up on the wrong side. I did with Veronica when we played Mafia and Mammoth, and she scared the shit out of me. I was trembling.
Like Pat's like a lot. It's like how much more crazy can you get? You're always cool, calm, collected. So it's like, oh, shit.
I don't. Have you seen her when
Yeah.
she gets fired up?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Pat's always kind of fucked. Yeah.
You know what you're gonna get, but when I snap, it's scary. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I
It's
mean, you saw the footage of
unpredictable.
when I snapped at Oleg, right?
That was so uncomfortable to film.
Oh my God, you were here. I don't think I've ever been more mad in my entire life. Like, honestly, that was a top 10. But he's moving back in.
Pat, do you have any, or Veronica, do you guys have any advice on how to set healthy boundaries with people in your lives that don't understand alcoholism? Does your dad completely understand alcoholism?
Yeah, because his whole family suffers with addiction.
Your family with him.
They make, my brother made a stupid joke the other day, like, just get drunk and have sex, like about making a baby. Oh, he's like, just get drunk and relax. And Pat's like, I can't get drunk or relax. Like, it's not. But I think my parents are pretty respectful and proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, how do you feel about like when people make jokes like that?
I'm okay with people,
Well, I guess like in the beginning.
I feel like in the beginning, if people would joke about like getting drunk, I would be like, how dare you? But now it's just like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't drink,
Imagine if
by
Pat
the way.
actually said, like, how dare you?
I don't drink. And people, boundaries, I don't know. I think that you just have to have your own boundaries. Like, you need to know when to leave. You need to know when to like push the issue. If you're defending alcoholism, you need to know when to just, like, other people, what they think, what other people say, it's all about them. It's not about me. It doesn't matter, you know? So it's like,
Yeah, put yourself.
I'm not sure exactly specifically
I remember
what,
your therapist would say, like if we were somewhere and I wanted to stay, that like we would drive separate and you would take your own car and get yourself comfortable. You know, like it's true what you're saying. Like, you can't control other people. You can only control your environment, you know?
Yeah, I don't really know what boundaries. You have to set your own. Like, if you're not okay with being around drugs and alcohol, then don't be around drugs and alcohol.
So how do you handle like being around like Veronica, like when she's smoking? Or, like,
I'm okay with it because I just because something's in front of me doesn't mean that.
But there's been times where you're like, you voice, I'm having a hard time. If you could,
You like keep interrupting me. I don't know.
well,
if
you just
realize
talk
that.
nonstop.
Okay. It's not true.
I mean, you just sit there and you go, and nothing comes out. So it's like, think
I'm
about what you're gonna
literally
say.
in the middle of saying
and then
something.
say.
A lot has come out. I'm explaining boundaries and what that means to me.
Can you stop
and,
doing that, please?
And you keep cutting me off. But I'm definitely making a conscious
I'm just
effort.
trying to have a conversation. I cut you off. I did cut you off.
I'm making
there.
a conscious effort to let you finish your sentences.
Okay,
I really
I
am.
will do better, but I also like think it's cool if we have a conversation. And sometimes you kind of go for a while. There's no room for me to talk, so I have to dive in.
Well, that's how conversations work. And if we
Is that you talk the whole time and I just sit and listen?
No, you talk, then I talk, then you talk, and you listen to what I'm saying, and you let me finish.
But you go for so long.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's not true. I'll show you 2 examples right now.
All right. You told me to make a clip and then you interrupted me. I'm just going to point that out.
I didn't. The camera got fucked up.
Okay. How do you set boundaries, Pat?
Well, I was just explaining that, like, you don't, it just depends on the person. Like, I don't have an issue being around it. Just because something's not happening in front of me doesn't mean that, just because something's happening in front of me doesn't mean that it's, like, any more real. Like, drugs and alcohol are in the world. Just because they're in this house doesn't mean I'm going to do them.
But there has been times where you were uncomfortable and you told me you were in a code red and to put away and not smoke, you know? There's been like a few times in our relationship that that's happened. Mm-hmm. And also, I think what they mean, can you stop with that? It's so irritating. I don't know why. That noise.
It's not making any noise.
It definitely is.
How do you know?
How did you not hear that?
Okay. But I think what this person means is like, if people don't respect, like, there are situations where people don't respect. I've had friends who like don't think alcoholism is real or serious, and they mock it and they make fun of it, and they just think you're like weak, and they like, you know, they're not chill about it. And then I think the initial advice was just to get yourself comfortable, or like, for example, actually I can relate it to my struggles, which is eating. You know, when I was really strict and in the beginning I was traveling and my friend was making fun of me, he was like, oh, you have to get your eggs. Where's your eggs? Like, you can't find eggs anywhere. And I fucking snapped. And I was like, you know what? You're either going to be supportive or we're not going to hang. Like, that's it. Like, this is what I'm trying to do to better my life. It must be nice to be as thin as you are and eat whatever you want, but that's not the case for me. And ever since then, he was like, awesome. He'd even call me before I came to New York and be like, I'm going to Whole Foods. What can I get you? Like, he changed his whole vibe.
So, like, you mentioned the code red. Is that something like you had to set up like early on in your guys' relationship, like when Pat was getting sober? Like,
No.
Were you guys like, if like,
No.
like code red or something?
No. He just kind of was like, he didn't even say code red. He was just like, I'm not doing great right now, and I just don't want any weed around me.
Do you think the back and forth between the relationship is what kept you guys together so long? Because like you guys continue to grow.
Like the back and forth of what? Like,
just like the bickering.
what are you doing?
Letting you talk, and you're talking a lot.
Oh my God.
Which is fine, but I just want you to realize that, like, you do talk a lot too.
Okay.
Hey Madison, be careful with your phone. The live stream can see it.
Why is that a problem that they can see it?
In case if you have anything on your phone.
No, it's the live stream.
Yeah, I think that, like, I mean, see, that's the problem, though, is you're calling
no.
it bickering.
Thank you.
That's the problem with our society, is we call the important things that need to be said bickering. And then we call the bullshit a conversation. Who the fuck cares about the weather? Hey, how you been? I've been good. Oh, what's work like? Oh, work's chill. I'm just so tired. I'm just so busy. I've just been so busy. Shut the fuck up. No one ever says anything that matters at like gatherings or parties. You know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit. And then as soon as you start talking about real shit, it's like, oh, don't like weigh me down with like my real character defects or like anything that's real or like, let's bring something up. Like what happened fucking, like my 2 friends are like beefing right now. And it's like, he should have just said what he wanted to say to him. But we're so afraid of confrontation that we don't want to talk about the real shit. I think the fact that we just talk about shit, and I've never had an issue with that stuff. And I think that I've pushed that on our relationship. Like, we're going to talk about this right now. Whatever. The fact that you're leaving fucking the plates in the you know, you don't do laundry. I'm a guy. I have to do my own laundry. I have to, you know, we have a different arrangement, you know, we have to talk about it. I don't know. What are some of the things that we've talked about? Oh, the relationship stuff, like the open relationship stuff, like going on tour, like wanting to be with other girls and her attraction to women and just like all that stuff. Like we're talking about all this stuff and how we really feel, and we're like friends and we're open about it all and we're like working it all out. What are some other examples of stuff that we've like talked about? I think that was a really good question. Like, do we think that the back and forth, like, is that why we've made it this far? I think that everything is a contributor.
Yeah.
To why we've made it this far. Everything.
For sure.
But that's a big piece of it.
Plus, you're just my person. You know?
Yeah.
Someone said they will never last. I wouldn't be
18
surprised if
years.
They sleep in separate beds.
Only in the morning.
I mean, I actually feel bad for that person because, like, that person probably doesn't have a real deep, meaningful relationship. I think a lot of people can't even fathom what we have. They don't even, like, understand how it could be real. And I think that might be...
Well, we're just, like, really independent. We're individuals that, like, lift each other up. We're not... If you're just relying on someone for your happiness, then...
I've never really seen...
You just interrupted me.
I didn't.
I know.
I've never really seen, like, people communicate the way we communicate online. You know, like, we'll make a video about nothing. And it's just us communicating. It's us talking. And you don't really get to see that because I feel like most people are, like, really caught up with how they look on the internet. And they don't want to, like, look bad, or they don't want to say something the wrong way. And
We got to get him a fidget spinner.
oh, yeah, I should get one.
Those little poppies.
I actually got one for Christmas. I'll bring it.
I'll believe it when I see it, Caleb.
I got you. Still in the package. Grumpy said, try not to drink. Any advice for him?
Well, this other person, though, I'm just interested in that.
What, the one that says,
That we won't last.
oh, it's Grumpy.
Oh, no. Now he wants help. First, apologize for what you did, and then we'll help.
Yeah, Grumpy.
Wait, so he says they're not going to last, and then he says,
Trying not to drink.
I'm trying not to drink.
Well, I said Grumpy. You seem pretty grumpy. A sad face. So I'm trying not to drink.
While he's in our live, just, like, talking shit.
I mean, it's understandable. Like, people who are sad are gonna hurt people. Hurt people.
Yeah, but don't.
Don't hurt me.
Why are you.
It goes back to communication. People don't know how to communicate, so it's like, fuck you, you're never gonna last. But meanwhile, they're like watching it. It's something to help me out, you know? It's like, how can I get attention from mom and dad?
Wow.
I like having John here. He has a lot of good input.
Yeah.
He takes the questions and, like, makes them better and expands
Yeah,
them.
we need to get another mic. Not just for John if he's here, but for anyone who's here, because that mic is just sitting there. So are you gonna remember? He won't do it. He's not gonna do it. So you're gonna do it.
Caleb, you have that reputation now.
It's fucked up, dude. It's kind of a
You-
fucked up thing
you
that
can-
I just can't count on you.
Words,
I can
actions,
count on you when you come through,
actions speak
but then
louder.
when you don't, that makes me not able to count on you 100% of the time.
Maybe you need to get better at, like, making notes. I have my calendar coordinated by color, and I write everything in it.
Mine. So,
Okay, so Veronica just...
It's in my calendar, look. I write everything in there. All color coordinated.
So Veronica just...
But she does drugs. I don't understand how she could be organized.
She fucking put out... I hate this word launch, but Veronica launched her brand, Veer, last week. And why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Why do you hate the word launch? What other word is there? started?
I just don't like anything.
Okay.
You know?
Well,
I hate like people that like sit down and like want to organize stuff and like have a meeting and like set a launch date and like write a bio. It's like, just go.
Well, I did all of those things he's listed, and it's pretty much.
You know what? Because sorry.
You interrupted.
I've just done it too many
We should
times.
get. Oh my gosh, we should get a jar and put like.
Yes.
Or a scoreboard.
Yes. Scoreboard, interrupting scoreboard. That's what we're doing.
Write it in your notes.
Keep track.
I'll put it in the OBS.
Okay, starting right now.
I think you guys should do a jar, put a quarter.
I think,
Yeah, that's no. But like, this is a really good idea because at the end we'll be able to see, just like we saw who was right with the screen time.
Just so you know,
I average
last week
4 hours a day on my phone. She averages 6. Right? That's what it was.
No, that's not fair.
Caleb?
My email was 2 hours of that.
That's what it was, right?
That's not fair. No.
It's
Wrong.
never gonna be fair for her, but that's what the facts were.
I leave my
so.
phone open.
That's crazy. It's off. See, you just left it open, right? But it's off.
Mail was 1 hour. I'm not on my emails for 1 hour.
Your phone is set to shut off after 10 minutes. See?
No, it's not. I leave
It
it.
just did it.
Dude, I leave it on the camera open like that, and then mail just comes in. It's not accurate.
I literally almost can't even believe that you're like doing this right now.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it.
So
you
back to-
actually believe yourself right now?
I mean, I feel like you're on your phone a lot.
But you just saw the facts.
Those aren't facts.
How are they not?
I just told you because I leave my phone
We're not
open.
talking about you. We're talking about me. My average is 3 hours. And you just said you think I'm on my phone a lot, but you see my average. So what's the problem?
Well, those 3 hours happen to be, it doesn't matter how much, it's when we're together. You missed the whole point of the thing. It's when we're together.
When we're together, I'm never on my phone because
my god.
because the 3 hours I'm on my phone is when we're not together because I have all day to be on my phone.
Okay, yeah, sure. Anyways, I'm gonna just start filming it. How about that? This is one thing we have been. It's a long working on is scoreboard. This is unproductive.
No, what's unproductive is you just never being willing to look at like your shit. I'm always looking at mine. Always. And it's so hard to get you to like just admit one thing. Like you're on your fucking phone more than I am. Like you can't, the numbers are like telling us that you are and you're still like trying to fight it. I leave my phone open.
Well, we were just
your phone turns off.
We were just on a walk, you, me, and Oleg, and you were on your phone the whole time. You were unpresent the whole time.
Yeah, I was dealing with some work
So
stuff.
I feel like there's a lot of times
Hard
that
drive
like
stuff.
you should be with my family or me, and you're not present because you're like, there's always some bomb you're putting off that can wait. That
Okay.
could totally wait. You had lessons. You were giving my niece piano lessons from the other room on your phone. Because your psychologist doesn't take your prescription anymore. You're not getting your prescription right this second. You could have done. I just sent you an Instagram about how kids look for validation and they look for your approval. And she was like, Theo, Pat, and you weren't responding. It was fucked up. Like, don't commit to giving piano lessons if you're not going to be present. You were on your fucking phone.
Do I tell you how to do your job?
That's not your job. That's something you do for her and you weren't present.
Is she learning? I'm listening.
She's starting to get bored because she
everything.
doesn't feel challenged.
I'm listening to everything
and you're
she
yelling
does.
across the room.
I wasn't on
from
my
your
phone, by the way.
I
I
saw
was-
you on your phone scrolling.
So what?
Okay.
I'm listening to
You're a
everything she's
hypocrite,
doing,
is
and
pretty much.
she's not practicing.
You didn't hear her call your name.
Yes, I did. I always hear her call my name.
I witnessed her say, Pat, I'm not getting it, and you didn't respond.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Cool.
Because if you're gonna like do this, then I don't want to teach her anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't, because I'm not gonna do it right. She's learning, she's not practicing, and I'm not gonna sit here and watch her practice. I'm gonna listen from the other room. She just needs to practice. That's all she needs to do. I need to sit there and watch her practice.
Yeah. And
No, I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Or show her she was struggling.
No, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, and you're not gonna micromanage me.
All right. Well, I felt like sad, and it made me think like.
Well, then she can just not come here anymore if you feel sad.
All right.
That's crazy.
Very unproductive. So back to my jewelry.
What's unproductive? That you can't admit that you're on the phone less and you got to bring all this other shit up? You're bringing all this other shit up.
I'm on my,
Isabella and the time we spent.
I am on my phone a lot. But so are you.
Why can't you just
I'm on my phone a lot, but so are you.
That you're on your phone more than me, and then we'll talk about the fact that I'm not present enough with you, or whatever the fuck else you want to talk about.
Okay, apparently I'm on my phone more than you.
But like, you can't even just admit that, and then bring up something else. Like, you want to talk about what you don't think I'm with your parents
I just feel
enough?
like you're on the phone all the time. So
look, your feelings aren't based in reality, and the numbers that we've
already accomplished that the numbers aren't accurate. They're not fair. They're not accurate. Stop saying that.
This isn't accurate?
No.
Mine isn't?
Oh, dude, I don't want to do this anymore.
You're just gonna give up?
Yep. Because I disagree with you.
My screen time is inaccurate.
Mine is.
No, mine. We're talking about mine.
It doesn't matter. Mine was an hour more, 2 hours more than yours. And 1 hour was email. I am not spending that much time on my email. There's no way I'm on my email for an hour.
This is what it's like to get her to see her shit. This is what it's like. It's fucking exhausting. Are my numbers inaccurate?
I don't want to talk about that.
Are my numbers inaccurate?
No, but mine are.
Okay, if mine aren't, then I'm not on my phone that much.
You're on your phone when we're together. I'm not talking about overall. I'm talking about when we're together. This whole argument started about, or discussion.
like when we're watching our shows and I'm constantly asking you to get off your phone. Like when we're together, like.
But the other thing about that is like sometimes I just want to be on my phone while watching TV, and I still get more than you do from it, and you know that. It's not fair. I've always watched TV while doing arts and crafts when I was a kid. Like, why do I have to watch TV the way you want me to watch TV? And I still school you on the storyline, always.
So yeah, just don't.
So sometimes let me watch TV the way I like, which is like maybe a little like pretend online shopping.
Oh, you're already doing that. You've been doing that our entire relationship.
All
have.
the time, always.
I don't like it.
That's something a therapist says.
So this
you
is the hard
shouldn't.
part. I don't like it. It makes me feel disconnected. That's the hard part. That's the hard thing for a guy to do. That's how I've always felt.
Yes.
I've told you
So
that's how I
do
feel.
try to compromise.
You don't really give a fuck.
Yes, I do.
You just said, let me watch the way I want to watch.
Sometimes I said.
You just said that.
I said sometimes.
Okay, well.
Sometimes.
I don't.
Because I feel like most of the time I don't.
Your feelings are insane, dude.
Like you walked away to go to the bathroom and I got on my phone while you were gone, and it takes a second to get off, and then you're like, you're always on your phone. I was like, dude, I got caught up for a second. Let me like unwind from it. You know, you get down a hole, you got to finish, you got to sew it up before you put the phone down. You can just put it down.
No, I think that your perception of a lot of things is like very much like
well, you should stick to you comments. I comment.
Okay, so that's her interrupting me. So we're going to start this right now. Who's keeping track? Well, can you just get a piece of paper and a pencil and I'll do it?
Oh, no, you're not allowed to do it. That's cheating.
All right, I won't do it. We're just going to get a piece of paper and a pencil.
Can someone get him a cup of chamomile tea?
I just, when we're talking about one thing, it's not good to go to like a bunch of other things. So one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
I will try to be better
No.
on my phone
care.
because it's important to you.
One thing at a time. Okay? Like, you just brought up our walk, the Isabella piano lesson thing. Like, what are you doing?
Well, you brought up my jewelry and then you went somewhere else.
Well, I know, but that had nothing to do with the argument. We're talking about phone time. That's it.
I already said, I apologize if you feel that way. I will try to be better.
You already said it?
Just now.
Right, yeah, just now.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes of you like arguing and defending.
Can I sometimes be on my phone and watch TV?
Honestly, I don't really even like care that much if you just admit.
You care very
much. Just admit that you're on your phone more. Don't throw it in my face. That I'm on my phone.
Will not admit that I'm on my phone more because I feel you're on your phone at very
We're back to square one.
Rude times.
We're back to square
one.
one.
Where I feel alone and left out and like everything else in the world is more important.
So we're back to square one.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm on my phone more, but you're on your phone at the wrong times. That's it. I think watching TV, just you and I, is a better time to be on the phone instead of quality time with friends and family.
What?
You just shook your head yes.
So I'm trying to think about like what you're saying, you know, and I'm like with your family a lot, and
On your phone, and I'm present. I want me to call
that's just really not true. Sometimes I have to deal with stuff.
So we're gonna start even. Pat gets one, Veronica gets one.
I got an app. You were too late. Technology. Sorry.
Can they see it?
Do you guys think couples should share phones? Oh, and someone said practicing piano does not need constant observation. From Greg.
At all.
I sent you a video.
And I'm gonna do it the way I'm
Pat
gonna
just
do
interrupted
it.
Veronica.
No,
Yes, you did.
no,
Yes, you did.
no. He said a comment about piano, and I said not at all. And then she started talking.
Well, you paused.
I wasn't done.
Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote.
Yeah. What do the viewers think? Did Pat interrupt Veronica, or did Veronica interrupt Pat? The way he's looking
No,
at
this
me.
is genius. You just figure out a way to make this podcast interesting.
Yeah.
Finally.
His eye just twitched though as he
What
looked
are they
at me.
saying?
I'll let you know in a second.
Just so you know, I saw a TikTok I sent to Pat the other day that said this dad's phone died in gymnastics practice, and he was so glad it did because he didn't realize how much his daughter looked at him during it. And then he looked around at all the parents and their faces in their phone, and their kids were looking at them. And like, what more? You feel like you always try to get your dad's attention and you couldn't. So like, I think you should be at least in the same fucking room as her when she's doing the lesson
Doesn't matter what
and
you
giving
think.
her positive.
Patrick interrupted.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Okay.
You don't know anything about piano lessons or giving piano lessons.
I'm not talking about piano lessons. I'm talking about
And I'm here,
a connection with your niece.
but I'm here for her one. It's not enough. I dedicate an hour a week to her for free, and that's not enough for you. That's crazy. I can't go in the fucking other room and listen to her from the other room and say, stay on the metronome.
Isabel, stay on the metronome. It's like aggressive and like it's not fun to learn like that. It's just like of course she's gonna not like it and continue because it's like you're putting in minimal and it's like it's not. It's like I don't know. It's just I see a difference from the first couple of weeks. I think it's really sweet and I love that you're doing it, but I also feel like you're resentful for doing it or something.
No, I'm not. I'm just doing it my
All right.
way so that I can.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to
She's
be
interrupted me. Like 100%.
okay. I'll take
And
it.
it's like difficult for
Okay.
me not to interrupt her, and I know it's going to be impossible for her. So
Stick to you comments. Sorry.
I know what I'm doing. I'm teaching her cool shit, and I'm teaching her how to play on the beat. She's not practicing when she's not here. So when she's here, just let me do it the way I'm fucking doing it.
Can you sit in here?
Can you just leave me alone and stop judging how I'm teaching her?
Okay.
What is the deal?
It just makes me sad, but fine. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Oh.
Just shove it deep down. I'll just
Well-
shove it, my feelings down. I won't talk about how,
No, you
how I
can.
feel.
I mean, I'm not talking about, I don't tell you how to do your job or anything that
You
you're
tell
doing.
everyone how to talk. You just told Madison not to ever say unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a joke.
So no, but you do tell people how to talk and how to do stuff. So I can tell you how I feel about what I observed.
No, I want you to tell me how you feel,
No, you
but
don't.
I'm asking you, can you let me do my lessons with
All right.
Isabella my way?
I will, but can you let me just speak my feelings once in a while?
I'm never going to be able to stop you.
You're trying to stop me.
No, yeah, of course you can speak your
Okay.
fucking feelings.
Cool.
That's like what we're talking about here.
I spoke my feelings. You can continue the way you know how I feel about it.
Okay, so now that you've completely weaseled out of the initial thing, which is that there's fucking numbers, right? Your phone has numbers.
That's bullshit.
If you were in the fucking, if she was on the hot seat at Graceland right now, what would happen? Everyone would be calling you out on the fact that you can't look at your fucking screen time.
My numbers are bad.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so the mail, the reason it was up for 2 hours is because just the app of it's up while you're on other apps.
I leave my phone open a lot.
No.
Veronica, your phone turns off after 10 minutes.
No, it doesn't.
It just, watch it.
No, but if it's on the camera, it doesn't. I left my phone in the...
Oh, so she's trying to say that she leaves her phone open on the camera
yes.
a lot? I'm calling bullshit. And you can't, you refuse to just own this one little thing. You can't do it.
So, anyways, what are some of the most rewarding parts of your guys'
No, there's no anyways. Okay, we're getting through this. There's no
I
anyways.
already said I might be on my phone more than you, but you're on your phone at bad times.
Well, now, I get that. Now, we're going to need to address the fact that you think your screen time is not real. That's fucked up.
How could I be on emails for an hour? You told me. I know, but that's not like...
I don't know how long this is going to take, but at some point...
That counts as my overall time. You can't be on 2 apps at once. 2 hours equals 6 hours.
Yeah, like if you're on TikTok and your mail app just happens to be open, it's going to say that you're on your mail.
What was
TikTok.
your Instagram minutes?
You know what I mean? You know when you have all these screens open? Like, look at right now, I got Bumble, messages, Facebook.
It only calculates.
I'm up 19%. By the way, I'm up 19% from last week. How do I go to my average? Because I've been slower lately with work.
Pat's scared of his phone, so he's definitely on it less.
It's terrifying.
I know.
And I watch you on social media apps just scrolling and like having fun, and I'm just like, I can't do it.
Providence thinks that.
No, dude. At some point, we're gonna get a straight answer from Veronica as to whether or not she thinks her screen time is an accurate reflection of her screen time.
Oh, let's ask Apple. Let's ask Google.
You're going to sit here and tell me that you open your camera and you leave your phone open with your camera on
100%.
all the time, and it adds hours to your screen time. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Okay, here we go. Apple's screen time feature is half-baked. It does actually what it's supposed to do, and that's why it's an inconsistent and inaccurate way to really get a sense of your device addiction habits.
What are you doing
What did
that
it say?
for?
What did it say?
Inconsistent and inaccurate.
Looks like
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I just Googled
Yeah,
it.
but what are you reading? That's crazy.
That's the first. Is screen time on the iPhone accurate?
Yeah, but what does that even mean?
Yeah, weasel your fucking way out of this one, buddy. That's what we're saying. It's not possible.
Hey, Madison, I have a question for you.
I want to move on from this.
Who thinks that you side more with Veronica than you do Pat?
Obviously.
I'm more. I've already admitted I'm more scared of
And
Veronica.
actually, you're very biased
No.
towards Veronica than you are Pat.
She gave me points. Look at I have more points than Pat. I have 4
Yeah.
points.
No, I just feel. I think me and Veronica are
So you
very
don't think Apple's screen time is
more the
accurate?
same than me and Pat.
How off do you think it is?
I'm on, say I have to look up something for you. I go on my Instagram, but I have my messages, TikTok, all that open. When I leave my phone, it's going to say that I'm looking at all of them.
Well, yeah, but your phone will automatically turn off.
It's not. If it's locked, if it's like this, but if I have the app open, if I have Instagram open, it will stay on the whole time.
Right. Well, yeah, but that's not really happening that often. I mean, this is crazy.
It doesn't matter what the screen time is. It's not the point of the argument.
It-
It's
to
about
me,
connecting.
Right. Yeah.
And the time.
So
For you, staring at a screen together is more important than real interactions. When we were walking, there's nothing more interactive and being together than that. And you were walking ahead of us. You were on your phone the whole time.
Do I bring my phone on our walks mostly?
Not always.
I never do.
You did today. So
Yeah,
don't say
one
never.
fucking day because
Don't
I
say
had
never.
shit I needed to deal
Don't
with.
say never.
One day because I had shit I
Not
needed
one
to deal
day.
with.
Occasionally.
I never bring my phone on walks.
Occasionally. That's not true. I could pull up at least 10 TikToks from walks. So shut the fuck up.
This is really, really where it gets toxic, is when each person is going to extremes, you know, and every single time, I'm gonna say that because this is an extreme. You're not supposed to use words like every time or always or never, but
I've been
every time we watch shows, I tell you to get off your phone. Every fucking time, because that's my time. Every time.
Well, every time we watch shows, I say, stop pausing it. Stop talking. Let's watch.
I want to talk to you.
You're not necessarily even talking to me.
See, you're again, you're changing the subject. You're changing, like, what do you? Can you just respond to what I just said?
No, because you said every time, and it's not fucking true. I've been really into All for Mankind, and I haven't been on my phone. So that's bullshit. I've been very into it. Maybe at the very beginning of the show or for like a second. Like, you exaggerate. Yeah. And that's why I'm not giving you what you want to hear, because you're taking it too far. If you just want to like bring it down and make it a little more normal,
it's just simple.
I'll admit it.
It's just a really easy thing, and you've already admitted it. You're just on your phone more than me.
Oh my God.
It's a simple thing.
I'm on my phone more. Can we move on?
What are some of the most, like, what are the best things that you guys
Just like so unproductive.
What are some things that
Well, that's because you're talking about three. You can't just be like, yeah, okay. You have to keep going with the Isabella and the walks and all this other shit. You can't just own your shit. You can't just be like, oh wow, the numbers that's crazy. I am on my phone more. Done. But you can't do it. You have to keep arguing, and then you get mad at me because I didn't just submit and surrender and just like let it go like I always do.
Okay,
what are your guys' love languages?
I definitely think you submit. You're a Okay.
No, I don't like.
You're such a submissive guy. Oh, he just interrupted me. Mm-hmm. You think you're a very submissive guy.
She saw me give her a tally just a second ago, so then she...
No, when it comes to you, like, not looking at your shit, yeah, it's just, like, really... I just believe
Sorry.
You just end up making me believe that I'm the fucked up one, which I kind of am in a lot of situations, but it makes it even worse when, like, you convince me that I'm the fucking crazy one. It's like gaslighting me rather than just being like, yeah, you know what? Like, I do have like a little bit of an issue with like being on my phone because it helps me watch TV. And I know that you don't like when I'm on my phone when we're watching TV. And I've been trying to do better. Instead, it's like, that's how I watch TV, and like, fuck you for even like wanting my attention or any of that.
I mean, I kind of said that
But
earlier.
then you go back.
Well, because you use the words like every and always, and it makes me mad. So then I take it back. Because you're being a little bit exaggerated. All the shows we've been watching lately, I've been really into them. And if I'm on my phone for a few seconds in the beginning, because sometimes you just press play. You don't even go like, are you ready to go? You just press play. So like, I'm wrapping a few things up after work. But I will be better, and I'm on my phone more. Are you happy? Can we move on?
And you know what? Yeah, we can. I'm not going to pretend to give Isabella like lessons the way you think I should give her lessons. Okay,
We already finished that. No.
Sorry, just the way... I'm not gonna...
We already finished this conversation. I told you how I felt, and you... That's it. I said I needed to communicate my feelings, and you said you're going to do what you said, and we're done. Stop going back to Isabella. We're done.
No, you're upset, and you feel bad for her.
I just told you what I observed.
I know, and I want to keep talking about it because you
don't.
shouldn't feel bad for her, okay? Because she's a kid, and she's a little bit like self-centered. She's a little bit selfish. She doesn't practice. She needs what I'm giving her, which is minimal attention while she's practicing and me continuing to put her back on track. She keeps falling off track and rushing. And I'm just like, you know what? Follow the beat. Follow the beat. I'm listening. I can listen to everything she does from any room in the house. I'm not giving her the validation of sitting next to her like this, watching her while she fucks off. She's off. She's not like focused. I'm not going to like force her to be focused. I'm not going to like give her, think about what you're asking from me.
Can I speak? First of all, ADD runs in our family and she struggles with that. I pay for personal training and personal attention because I have ADD and I need someone to sit by me and hold my hand. So maybe she struggles with that. And secondly, my mom says she does come home from school and practices. So don't say she doesn't practice. But lately she hasn't been feeling challenged, so she's not been.
What are you doing?
That you interrupted me.
Yes, you did.
She paused and I said she doesn't.
Well, I mean, you paused at one time and she said something and that was still an interruption.
Well, that's just, you're getting carried away now.
Did Pat interrupt you guys? I will take the score off the board.
I literally just said she doesn't.
That's what I got a point for that too.
Mm-hmm.
I got a point for interrupting in the same way.
She did.
Are you done?
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about the Isabella thing. I should be able to communicate how I feel without being talked out of it.
No, I'm not talking you out of it. I'm telling you what I observe.
Great.
She doesn't practice
Okay.
the way I want her to, or else she would be able to play to a metronome.
Yeah, but has my mom downloaded the metronome app on her phone?
Have I asked her to?
I don't know.
It's not an app. It's just YouTube videos. And I've asked both of them that I said, this is the way she needs to practice. And they're obviously not doing it. It's okay.
You have to walk my mom through it. She's
I
not
have.
good at that stuff.
I have.
You got her the app you showed her.
Isabella is a fucking wizard. She knows what to do. Give her a phone and she'll find it. She knows exactly what to do.
All right. But my mom says she's been practicing.
You know what? Like, you know what's going on right now? This is what's going on right now. I care about Isabella and I'm teaching her something for free. I'm giving her an hour of my time every single week. When I don't really like want to, but I'm like doing it. I kind of did, but now it's starting to get old. And I don't feel like that means anything. I feel like all you're seeing is that I'm doing it occasionally from the other room when I have her practicing something super monotonous that I don't need to be sitting next to her for. That's how I feel. So I feel like, you know.
You're because of one day, I have feelings. If someone's doing something and she keeps stumbling, like, and she's not able to like get past it, like, wouldn't that be when a coach comes in and kind of like shows you how to get past it?
Actually, no. She needs to get past it on her own.
Well, if you were in the room,
There's nothing for me to show her.
You could say that, but
I did tell her that. I said,
you're just so good at bullshitting. I know the difference when you're into something and when you're not. And you weren't. You were in your phone doing other shit. That's it. Like, I have my feelings, and you can say what you want. I get you. You're right. Whatever. You don't need to hold her hand. That's fine. But like, I just know you so well. I know when you're invested and you don't give a fuck, and you start to get resentful. You're like resentful. Like, I'm doing something for free, and da da da.
Yeah, I'm not into watching her practice those 4 chords to the beat. You want me to be into it? I'm not into it.
Okay, well, I'm not into this conversation anymore. It's really fucking.
I'm not into it, and I don't want to do it anymore.
All right, cool. You can tell them. You can call my mom.
I'll just text her right now. Thanks, Veronica.
You thanks.
No, the reason I don't want to do this anymore is because it's causing problems in our relationship.
Because I had feelings. Because I spoke my feelings.
Because you don't trust me.
You're being a brat.
You don't trust me.
You're being a brat right now. I do trust you. I'm allowed to have feelings. I told you how I feel, and fine. Fine. Go ahead. Do it how you want. But those were my feelings. That's it. I think you're being defensive because you know deep down inside I'm right a little.
No, I think that it's fine. I can listen to her from the other room.
All right, fine. Fine. Next, do it how you want. I spoke my part. I'll stay out of it from now on. I've already said that and trying to move on, but you brought it up again because I think you feel guilty.
Well, no, it's just because...
We were done. We did this. We're done.
This is what people do, okay? I'm done talking about this. I don't want to do this anymore. That's the problem that couples have. What you're doing That's the problem.
We wrapped this up already, and
Well,
you're bringing it back.
Apparently,
we got to the place where you said, "Let me do how I want to do," and I said, "I just want to express my feelings." You fine, do how you do. This is my feelings. We were done, and then you brought it back up again.
Because I wasn't done.
I said, "Do it how you want." I just needed to speak my feelings.
Yeah, I know. And then I spoke mine.
Agree to disagree. Next.
Okay.
Conversation's over.
We're not.
Do it how you want.
We're not done when you say.
We're
what do
just
you-
agreeing to disagree. It's over. That's it. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Fine. Teach her how you want.
Okay. I
You're in
will.
charge. That's it. I won't say anything.
Thank you.
I already said that. So is it not done? I think it's done.
I don't really, but we you know what though? If we bring it up tomorrow, then it won't be done. Like,
It's
what does done mean?
I'm never going to bring it up again. It's between you two.
Okay, cool.
I'm being left out of it.
That's fine. I don't think anything's ever done, but
my God.
whatever.
All right. Caleb, you had some good questions.
Well, I wanted to ask, how do you feel that, like, how he opened up Graceland and now there's like people in your house from different parts of the country that are addicts. How do you feel about everything that he's?
I mean, you gotta. That's such a good question.
How do you feel about having people from Graceland be a part of your life now? And how have you seen the benefits of Pat opening up Graceland?
He said, "How do you feel about having random people from all over the country?" That was really good.
Yeah.
Like, in the house?
In your house, like, no.
I like you, so I'm happy you're here.
Thanks. But I'm saying though, like, Friday night you got Johnny over here. Nate. Like, there's just like a bunch of people that are like
Yeah.
junkies in your house.
I mean, I trust his judgment on who he invites over. But yeah, there's times where I'm scared, you know, because you're like, anyone could relapse and come here. And I mean, there was someone that was here that I'm still very sure stole from me. That wasn't at Graceland, just another sober friend. And I guess it's just the good comes with the bad. A lot of good have come from, you know, people in the house. So I'm pointing at John, Madison, and Ashley, Caleb, you know, there's a lot of good. So you just, hopefully the bad's not too bad, you know?
How did you feel when he told you?
Hold on, we have to turn that off. It's way too loud.
It's been on the whole time.
I know, but it's going to be really hard to edit. It's like now getting louder. It's just
You
it's
can't
just
hear it, huh?
noisier than a fridge. It's the noisiest thing.
Just press, no, don't plug it. Just press the button.
But we just have to remember
So
to turn it back
beautiful.
on.
Yeah, we have to remember to turn it back on.
Also, too, just like how, like, what did you think when my fault? When,
No, it's good.
When he told you wanted to open a sober living, like, did you know about
Well, it's something
that
he
business?
had been talking about it for. Sorry, just pulling on my foot. He had been talking about it for a really long time, and like there would be times that like an opportunity would come and then it would kind of fizzle. But he's always been so passionate about sobriety and has helped so many of our friends or friends of our friends get sober. So like I just knew that it was a passion of his, but I never knew like on this scale how hard it would be on him. Get off your phone. I'm just kidding.
No, that's actually, I'm really glad you just did that because that's what it looks like. That's our entire relationship. That's what it looks like. You do something for hours and I like mention, and then I do it for 5 fucking seconds and you're fucking on my ass over it.
It was a joke.
I know, but that literally sums up our whole relationship.
Oh my God.
That's how I feel. So now we're done. It's done. I
Okay.
said how I feel. We're done. What's up, Caleb? Next. It's just like
It's-
Hypercrush fan system.
I have some
I
like,
heard.
lavender tea in there. I think maybe you should drink. Yeah, you should.
no. I've been thinking for a long time that your perception is skewed, and I go to meetings and I'm told that my perception's skewed, right? So all I ever do is look at me. I'm the problem. My perception's off. I need to just serve. Interrupt me.
That wasn't. I'm singing to myself. I'm not interrupting.
Yeah. Oh. What's yeah, she interrupted him.
I wasn't interrupting. I was just singing.
I'm sorry, Veronica.
No, not the cool point to like keeping tally.
Oh, it's the best thing about the podcast. Watch. This is okay. Do you know what? You know what the most popular thing is on YouTube for Chris D'Elia's podcast and Brendan Schaub?
Oh,
It's It's the arguing. It's him saying, "You just interrupted me."
Oh yeah, you showed me that
That's
clip.
like right, but they don't have a tally system. This is like one upping. This is
What did he do? He starts going like, "You interrupted me." He starts
Something in
yelling.
his hand or something.
Does he?
He does a oops.
Oops. No, that's he just the way he says it, the way he talks is really funny. I was trying to say something, but I don't know.
You got interrupted.
Yeah, like my whole life in sobriety is people telling me, AA and people, my sponsor, that I'm wrong, I'm off, my perception's off, I'm selfish, I'm self-centered, which all of those things are true, but it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for like my partner and my wife to be off. And when that happens, I just feel like she's just so used to me like being wrong and off that she doesn't really own her part. A
Because
lot.
I'm perfect. I don't have a part. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
That was a borderline interruption, but I'll let it
You
slide.
looked at me and gave me the go to talk.
I'll let it slide.
Oh, God. I'm just going to sit quietly on the podcast. Just get no tallies.
Ooh, all or nothing.
I dare you to
We have-
try. But here's the catch.
So Jose.
You can't be on your phone. You can sit quietly. You can't be on your phone.
Okay, dude.
Yeah, how do you feel about opening your son? Because you get a lot of the hate on the internet. Feel like
I don't know, dude. I'm genuinely surprised at how stupid people are in this world. I just saw some comment, like this woman, some girl, like replied. She stitched a video of me talking about how we're a sober living and we don't have a license.
Mm-hmm.
And she started saying, "You're responsible for all these people's lives and dispensing meds and this and that." She just started talking about treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't understand. First of all, why are you attacking somebody who's trying to help other people get sober? Why are you even... Who cares if I'm doing it right or wrong? Who cares? Like, there's people out there that aren't trying to do anything. So why are you coming at me? There's 3 people in my house right now who are sober because of Graceland. They came to my house. They graduated my program. Isn't that a good thing? There's really no other way to see it besides that's a good thing. Do I do it perfect? Who cares? At least I'm doing something. At least I'm trying to do something good. And it's just fucking frustrating because I see these people and they're sick, toxic, judgmental, and they feel so like confident and justified in like how they're like critiquing me. It just makes me sick.
Also, I think that they don't understand that like most sober livings are just like people live in a house and nobody gives a fuck about them, and mostly they don't stay sober. Like it's that was a close pipe up. Like that like that like a sober living isn't treatment. Like they get it confused and think that you're doing extra. You don't have to be helping people
You just repeated yourself.
in the way that
You're like
you just repeated yourself so much. Oh my God.
Now-
You know what?
now-
I'm not going to defend you.
No, now it's getting crazy where like
Yeah.
where she's repeating herself just to like bait me. to interrupt her.
No.
She's talking for longer than she should be.
Dude.
Just because she's trying to like bait me.
I'm repeating myself because I'm afraid if I stop talking, I'm going to get sideswiped and then I'm never going to be able to finish my thought. Because then I'll be interrupting you because you took up my pause.
You're right. They think treatment and sober living is the same thing. That's what I said in the beginning of all this. But it doesn't matter either way.
You're also the king of repeating yourself. Just want to let you know.
Well, look, if I do it, if I do it, then you should do it, right? Right?
No, but who are you to call me out on something that you're so bad at? Like, who are you to talk shit to me for something that you're like, it's annoying how you're like, da 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 da. It's like this, and you know where you got that from. I know I'm not allowed to say this, but that's your dad. You'll be like, John, make sure you clip the audio. John, clip the audio. Clip the audio. It's like,
well, if they like listened and actually did it and learned and could do it
3 times in a row.
It's because I don't know that people are gonna actually do what I say to do. That's why. And I'm used to people not doing what I asked to do. I'm not talking about John. I'm talking about Caleb and a bunch of other people I've worked with. So I'm sorry if I repeat myself because I'm like trying to make sure they heard me. Because a lot of people always end up saying, I didn't fucking hear you. I don't remember you fucking saying that.
I personally feel like when you repeat yourself like that, it makes people resentful and not want to hear you. Right one now for Caleb for interrupting. I think it would be better. The better way is to say like, repeat what I just said.
So can we make an agreement to not tell each other how to do our jobs? Because I'm making money and I'm like supporting, I'm like working really hard and I'm like doing it. So can you not tell me how to do my job? I don't tell you how to do your job.
I'm not telling you how to do
Yes,
your
you
job.
are though. And you do a lot.
I'm just saying,
you critique how I communicate with my employees.
That don't you dare. That was,
What do you mean?
I was still saying something. I was not.
I mean, you guys have both been going back and forth, huh? Like
Yeah.
they both have, and I've let it slide because it's good banter. But
We're gonna leave that one.
Yeah. Cut everything.
Oh, we're done. So you're walking away. This is too good to walk away.
No, we're not done. We're just resetting because the fucking.
I mean, we're at an hour and a half.
Are people in here? Are they liking this?
I mean, yeah, I've been engaging with them the whole time. They were kind of frustrated because we were going in circles.
Yeah, I don't need to see this. You know what I want to see, right?
So why don't we answer some questions actually for now?
I mean,
That's all I wanted to see.
does anyone in the YouTube live chat have questions for Veronica and Pat?
yeah, we've been having questions.
We will.
I've been trying to ask them.
I know,
Okay,
but
you
now
had-
we're.
You had a couple of good ones when we were in the heat of the moment. So now give them to us.
Should we just do a couple? Cause
Yeah.
we're
Yeah. Let's do a couple.
pushing her. She's overheating a little bit. What are your guys' love languages?
Oh yeah, that was one I liked. Mine is acts of service.
I feel like my love language is
My love language is acts of service.
And how does Pat like fulfill that for you?
He'll get my water.
Like when you're in bed already and he's about to get in bed and you're like, can you give me water?
Yeah. Yeah.
I go downstairs a lot to get stuff for her and turn out the lights, and you just fully interrupted me.
It wasn't an interruption. It was just an
I-
interject.
I go
different.
downstairs a lot.
You know, can we start another chart?
She did again.
Can we start another chart for
No, I'm gonna make like a
for
big
an
one.
exaggerative word? Because it's not productive to say all sevens. It's not productive to say always, never.
Veronica wants 2 different boards, one for interruptions and one for overgeneralized
Sure.
words.
Why are you taking Veronica's side every time? Why can't you take Pat's side every once in a while?
I didn't take a side right now. I
Take
just
a side.
yeah.
I know, but it seems like you're more biased.
Look, when I'm in the workspace, I always have Pat's back, and I agree with him. I don't know. So me and Veronica just relate a lot more, and it's funny to make fun of Pat.
I have to send that video to this phone.
And I didn't even say all the time. I said, I get up and get stuff for you all, like, whenever you want or a lot.
You said I always go. You were done.
No, I wasn't.
He wasn't.
What were you gonna say after that?
I was just talking about how I get up and get stuff for you a lot.
You were done
And-
talking.
No, I wasn't.
I'll take that point for that though.
Dude, it's crazy.
No,
You
no,
see
no.
how hard it is
Look at that.
to, like, let someone talk? Like, I've been letting you talk.
No, all you've been doing is talking. But okay, we're back at the beginning of the podcast. You said I always go downstairs for her. A lot of times you're going downstairs and I'm like, while you're down there, can you grab my water? Anyways,
What are your other love?
You've sent me downstairs multiple times. Like, I get up from getting you, like, an Advil, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where my phone is. You need to go back down and get my phone. I go right back down and get your phone. I'll even go outside in the freezing cold to your car in my
where
underwear.
are you making this stuff up for? Like, you're making stuff up.
What do you mean?
When have you ever gone in my car in your underwear?
I go out there all the time in the cold.
For yourself.
Maybe.
I have an interrupting problem.
Yeah.
I think it's like talking, like telling, like just saying physical touch and like affirmations. Those are two, but
You can have more than one. Oh God, did I interrupt?
no, you didn't.
I mean, how can you not interrupt when someone just talks all
Yeah,
the time?
that's cool.
That's pretty Team Pat.
I'm not talking a bunch.
But you know what is crazy? Since we started doing this, you let her finish.
I have been letting her finish. Every time we do this podcast, I let her finish.
That's not what John just said. Since we started doing this, take the pull up.
So what, is he saying that I haven't been doing? I know that I'm making a conscious effort to not interrupt you. I always do.
Awesome.
He's
Hey.
more aware now.
Yeah, we're both more aware now. But like your perception is just not correct. You think I talk the whole time. You think that I don't let you talk. It's bullshit.
All right. Anyways, here is.
Wait, how do I give you your love language?
Yeah.
She never does.
No, like you definitely struggle with that. The touch, the feel thing. You're not a very touchy-feely, close person. And you say like you're proud of me and shit sometimes, but I don't know.
I also told you I've been trying to make a more conscious effort of touching and.
Yeah, but telling me that it doesn't really.
But like yesterday, we were laying there. I was playing with your hair.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the other thing is like, I don't want you to like be consciously trying to make an effort to do something you don't want to do.
I wasn't consciously trying to.
Anyways, so the live stream can see our like merch right now. Do you guys want to talk about the merch? What's going on with that real quick
Oh.
before we wrap it up?
And I never got to talk about my jewelry, but okay. What's new? It's always about Pat.
I fucking am the reason I brought up the jewelry.
Yeah, but I never got to say one fucking sentence about it. I got cut off, and that was the end of it.
The fucking camera died.
No, dude. It's still.
Something happened over there with you guys. That's why. Yeah, that's why.
It's still going.
No, before.
So
I think
Veronica
you
had
should
her
be a point
fucking
for that.
launch date, and I asked you how. I was like thinking about you talking about this.
But then the camera died, and you
That's not
interrupted
my
me.
fault.
You interrupted me to.
The camera died.
But then you interrupted me.
The camera died.
They were figuring it out, and you were like, "I can see that." You had to like interject instead of letting me talk.
Yeah, because I'm dealing with the camera dying.
Well, you never came back to it.
Okay, well you never came back to it.
Okay, so anyways, jewelry. There's a bunch of people who want the necklaces really bad. When are those going to be available?
They're available. They're live. The website's live. And the gold-filled jewelry is not going to be made ever again. I'm only going to be making gold. So anything that's gold-filled is on sale. I would take advantage while it's still there.
You guys see that up on the screen?
Oh,
Go
you
get
put.
Go get your merch. Go get your necklaces from the Veer tab right there. If you guys can see it in the top right. Tap in. Go get some merch. And it's 50% off, right? Is it still 50% off for the merch?
Oh.
Yes, 50% off sale. Anything you buy. Veronica has her workout clothes on there. Pat
It's really
has.
comfortable.
It is. It's my favorite. I need to buy another pair.
The
Sorry, I interrupted
sweatpants
you.
are amazing.
Veronica interrupted me.
Anyways, should we...
I don't think the sweatpants are
No,
on
the
there.
sweatpants aren't on there. So what we got is all the Learning to Lose stuff, some hats.
Tell the Hypercrush fan. Tell the Hypercrush fan that we'll send
No,
them a
because
pair.
you were interrupting her. It was bad.
Bye.
I mean, you still won, dude.
Tell your people goodbye, Pat.
You still won.
We're trying to do a podcast here with my wife, and
You're a cheater.
she's got some serious, like, built-up resentments, and she just can't let me talk, and she keeps interrupting me. So we're gonna see. This is proof. She interrupted me more than I interrupted her, and also my screen time on my phone is 3 hours a day. Hers is 6. She doesn't think that's a true reflection of how much time she's on her phone. Right?
How is that possible when I work and work out?
I don't know. Ask your phone. Your phone's the one who said.
Well,
that it was,
we did. We asked Google, and Google said it's inaccurate,
Yeah.
and you won't take that.
Camera died down. Do you want to sign off to the people real quick, Pat? Tell them goodbye.
No, we're here. So we'll see you next Monday. Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Now you can actually hear me.
Yeah, we need a legit scoreboard.
I can do that.